Hey guys, so today's video was actually a very highly requested video, and today's topic is self-love. So I personally feel like there's so many misconceptions on what self-love actually is, and how to attain self-love, and what the journey of self-love is even all about. So I'm super excited to talk about this topic today because, like, when I tell you I'm the perfect person to be talking about this, because I'm heavy. I'm heavy. I'm heavy on the self love, because it's like, at the end of the day, if you don't take care of you, if you don't nourish you, if you don't feed you, you can be nothing for anybody else. So I want to talk about that. I think first I'm going to talk about the misconceptions of self love and what society has been telling us that, like, self love is, and what I feel like it's not. So self love isn't about just looking good. Like, I feel like we put so much on the physicality aspect of existing that we forget that self-love is literally um inner work. Like, self-love is um self-love is something that is like practiced. It's not something that, like, you can't get a quick fix of self-love. And that's definitely a misconception of, if I do my makeup and my makeup is super popping, and if I wear this fire outfit, and I go around these people and I look good on the outside, then I'll automatically feel good on the inside. And is making sure your physical appearance, like that's important. Like, making sure you look good physically, I'm not saying that that's not important. It is. It should be prioritized. um and it ultimately is very, very, very important when wanting to attract um someone that you like. Because, but what I feel like self-love is, I feel like self-love is more diving in to figure out what you like. Because I can put a fire outfit on, I can go on Instagram and see what Kylie Jenner is wearing, and then I can go and remake her whole entire outfit, and I could still not feel like I'm being true to myself, but I can, on the outside, look super fire. Like, I can look like somebody is finna bag me. I can look like I'm hot. I can look, like, I can look like that deal and still not actually feel like that deal, because I did a disservice to myself by trying to look the part without actually being true to who I am. So self-love, I want to really put emphasis on taking time in your singlehood, or in your singleness. And if, even if you're not single, like, take time to really um learn yourself, and not the part of you that was brainwashed since the age of 7. I was researching, and I found that, like, we are influenced by the age of 7. So everything you've learned, everything that, like, your parents have um everything your parents have, like, pushed on you. I don't want to say pushed on you, or um everything, every belief, like, even a simple way of doing a certain thing, that was passed down from our parents. So, like, when you grow up, you have to like go back to that spark that you had as a kid, and you have to, like, you really have to like dig deep and like figure out what made me joyful as a kid, what made me light up as a kid, what made me happy. If as a kid you remembered um being in your room and playing dress up, or doing your makeup, or just playing a video game, like if that's what made you happy, or writing raps and writing poems, like, dude, that's something, that's who you are. Like, because you're not really as influenced as a kid. You have like autonomy, like you have independence. So self-love to me is ultimate autonomy, like ultimate self-independence, ultimate freedom. Like, it's about me. Like, it's not, oh, you like Kanye, my boyfriend like Kanye, so like I like Kanye. And I'm not saying you can't like Kanye if your boyfriend like Kanye, but I'm saying like self-love is being true to you. And in order for you to be true to yourself, you have to figure out what that is for yourself. You have to figure out what that means for yourself. Like, you have to look online and look at cars and really ask yourself, what's my dream car? And not what's the dream, what's the most popular dream car that's being bought. No, what's my dream car? Like, what house would I like to live in? Would I like to live in a small house? Would I like to live in a mansion looking house? Would I like to live on a beach? Would I like to live in a urban or suburban, or, you know what I mean, in a city? Like, it's self-love is so deeper than what society says it is. Like, so yeah, I was excited to do this video, and I'll talk about some of the practices that I do. I'll talk about some of the practices that I do to really put those practices in place. Like, self-love for me is journaling. Self-love to me is vulnerability. Self-love to me is my femininity. Like, self-love to me is being confident in myself, but like being confident when I got that fire outfit on, and also being confident when I don't, being confident when I'm at home with my Meek Mills braids, being confident when I got my sweatpants on and a crop top, being confident when I'm just with my female friends, and then still being confident when I interact with males. Like, it's it's a aura. Confidence is really like a aura. It's really like, I don't care what you're doing over there, because I'm secure and what's happening over here. That's like self-love. Like, self-love is like, you cool to do what you doing because I love it here. Like, I love what I have created. I am confident in what I believe in. I am confident in my values. I am confident in my morality. I am confident in my ability to adapt and to learn new things. Like, it's really like an inside job. So I feel like in order to have that true self-love, you have to have a level of healing. You've had to have a level of forgiveness for people, because self-love isn't ego. Like, and I really feel like you don't tap into your prosperity until you have an ego death. Like, your ego is the opposite of self-love. Like, the ego, like, which is jealousy, expectations of people, bitterness, unforgiveness, just self-righteousness. That's not self-love, because that's the opposite, because it's rooted out of fear. And I feel like the opposite of Like self-love is like anxiety and fear. Like, I hope this is making sense. But again, things that I do to make sure that I am loving myself um consistently. That's another thing. Self-love isn't, I said this already, but you just don't arrive at self-love. You just don't pull up and park and feel like you've made it. No, like, we're here living our lives like this is a long-term journey. For as long as you are alive, in every phase of your life, you'll have to learn how to like love yourself. Like, you'll have to learn how to relearn how to love yourself. I said that sounds crazy, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like, I take bubble baths. Like, when I'm having emotional draining days, I take bubble baths. I journal. I turn on music that I like, and I look up the lyrics to it so that I could rap it back. Like, that's self-love to me. Self-love is doing my makeup when I don't have nowhere to go, because I want to look in the mirror and I want to feel good and I want to look good. And it's not about anybody else. It's about being okay with me. That's self-love. Self-love is not codependency. Self-love is finding wholeness within yourself before you even ever try to love somebody else. You are, because codependency, I feel like, is too, is like the opposite of self-love, because codependency is relying on someone else to make you feel like you're worthy of love. No, that's not self-love. Codependency is not self-love. Codependency is overextending yourself to get somebody to constantly be in awe and adorned by you. I think I said that right. Like, no. Self-love is boundaries. Self-love is saying no. Self-love is speaking up for yourself. Self-love is being okay that everybody will not like you and agree with you. Self-love is loving other people because you love yourself. And that comes from sorry y'all, that comes from knowing that this takes super hard work. Like, the only way you're able to truly love people with no expectations unconditionally is if you know what it's like to love yourself like that. You know that it take work. You know that it's hard. So you have empathy and you have compassion for people, and you don't automatically put these high unrealistic expectations on them to fill voids that you aren't even trying to fill yourself. That's self-love. Self-love is silence. Self-love is being able to sit with yourself. Self-love is meditation. Self-love is yoga. Self-love is stretching. This is all stuff that I do, guys. Like, self-love is loving, truly loving your body, and loving your body. Nobody ever taught me this. Like, that means pleasuring yourself. It's like, how do you expect somebody else to pleasure you if you don't know what that is for yourself? Do you know the anatomy of your vagina? Sorry, this might be a little vulgar, but do you know your body? Do you like moisturize your body and feel good about it? That's self-love, y'all. Like, it ain't nothing that's going to happen. Like, you don't just arrive there. And I think that that's really, people need to understand this, because, like, self-love, like, if you struggle from self-love, it's probably because you struggle with thinking, caring about what other people think about you. Self-love really could be easy. It really could be easy, because all it is you not caring so much about what other people think about you. And that doesn't mean that, like, you be nasty to people. because you don't care about their feelings. No, it just means that you care more about how you feel about yourself than how others perceive you. That's self-love. And it's so necessary. Like, I feel like in order for you to get like the life, the good, abundant life that you want, you can't get it without self-love, because you'll always cheat yourself. You'll always take less than you deserve. You'll always stay in situations longer than you should have, because you're looking for someone else to validate you. Self-love is self-validation. Self-love is not waiting for anybody else to go through the things that you enjoy. And that's why I talked about figuring that out for yourself. Like, because self-love is you being able to get up one day and go on a shopping spree by yourself. Like, self-love is being able to go out to a dinner date or a lunch date by yourself. Like, self-love is watching a movie by yourself, having ice cream, chilling in your bed and feeling good about it. And self-love is also being with your friends and not being um jealous, by them having um fulfilling relationships, but knowing that because you're doing the work and because you love yourself and because you securing yourself, that like you'll end up at the same place that they are. Like, self love is, man, the ultimate self independence. It's like taking hikes by yourself, like it's taking walks. And I'm talking about dancing while you taking a walk. That's self love. It's not even like if you got kids, like it's even stepping away from your kids to learn who you are and to learn about what you want outside of them. So that's my take on self-love. I hope it made sense. I love you guys. Thank you for watching my channel, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Subscribe, like, and comment. I'm gonna be a Bratz doll for Halloween. Let me know in the comments what y'all gonna be for Halloween. If you don't celebrate Halloween, I'm wishing you love. Have a good time with your family. Yeah. Bye.